Hello and good evening, everyone. We are running a little behind. Oh, come on, show the game, you goofy streaming software.
Running a little
behind. Yep, got that muted now. I forget that quite often, don't I? Alright. We're just going to abandon the sprayer right there for now. Even though we just abandoned it kind of in our way. We need the baler. Alright. Oh, man. I wish the cough would go away. I suppose I should find out what this contract actually is and where it's at. Field 13. That's next to the North Farm. That back field. We know that field. We've been there before. Alright. Any other contracts we want to take before we jump down the highway here? I don't think so. Alright, let's turn our time on, which I can't do because I'm not admin, because we figured out what was wrong last week, why Richard could not join. And that was because of a mod called Keep Me Admin, which, if you've ever logged in as admin, automatically relogs you in as admin. I love that mod. There was an update to that mod. With the update, they literally broke the mod for the only thing that it's used for, multiplayer. And that was why Richard could not move when he logged in. And then, of course, this week, he's not available. So we have to play without him yet again, unfortunately. Yes, Husky, I am feeling better, but still not 100%. I still have a little bit of a cough and a scratchy throat. Unfortunately. My tractor is filthy. Look at my big old boot prints down there. Oh. Hey, I even remembered left side of the road. Good for me. Since I've been, well, working on the story of Hank, which is right side of the road. Not silly buggers, I mean left. Oh! Caught the fence post. Oh, I logged in as admin and then forgot to turn the time on. So how are you this evening, Husky? I see you guys have one dog to look at, plus a butt. There's a dog and a dog butt. Why? What's on Sunday? And are you dreading it because it's the final race, or are you dreading it because you don't think your favorite driver is going to win? Or both? Gotcha. You know, I really wish a square baler would come into the sale. Or if I've got to have round baler, can it be a baler wrapper? While that's unloading, let's check on our animals. Animals. Eh, okay, they're good. Health is good, reproduction's moving along. Nice. Well, that's good. I'm glad things are going well for you. I see, Joe. So what I'm hearing is cheater baler. The only thing that would be better is if it also included a wrapper. There's not enough square balers with integrated wrapper in the game. Or the mods. I don't think there's any in the base game, is there? Lizard only gets used for things that they don't have brand rights to use on console. Which I saw something released the other day that was rebranded without Ford in the branding for console. But they have Ford now on console. So I don't understand. Yeah, Husky. Yeah. There's some good sheds for that, where they're like a silage bunker silo inside, but not a silage bunker. But they're good for storing things like sugar beet if you don't want to get a multi-fruit silo. And yes, I agree. Omatana's multi-fruit silos are great if you're alright with cheating like that. And on a multiplayer game, I allow that. The new competitive multiplayer against Richard is starting soon. In fact, on Sunday, the 2 intro videos are going to drop. They're not actually the multiplayer, they are the setup and the rules. And then in a couple Sundays, like maybe the Sunday before Christmas, the first videos will drop. Or video. Darn barking fool dogs. I'm not sure how we're going to schedule releases just yet. But we're recording 2 episodes every Sunday that Richard is available. And we've already recorded the first 2 episodes. Yeah, I don't know what their deal was there. But I smell dinner. Dinner's not ready yet. Normally I would have eaten already. But Lady Metal had to work a weird shift today. And it was her day to cook dinner. She had to work noon to 6 p.m. Which is why I'm late getting started. Because she doesn't get home until 6:30 then. And I had to be with the dogs and taking care of the dogs. Between work and the stream. Well, you haven't followed my channel long enough, Husky. I loves me a 9RX, especially a high horsepower 9RX. The rest of it I don't much care about. I'm not against them, they just aren't important to me. What is more important to me is that they fixed the 55% stall loading into a game. What? This version doesn't have 3-point option? Erg. I have a solution for that. Any of the attachable 3-points. There are 3 of them available if you're on PC. Only 1 if you're on console. The Uni-Hide. Yes. The Uni-Hide is a mod. They're all mods. I would have the Uni-Hide anyway. In fact, if we look here, do I have it on this one? I should. But it doesn't. Oh, yeah. Well, I have one of them. I have the front lifter. This is not the one that's available on Mod Hub. But this is one of them that's available for PC off of third-party mod sites. Yeah, I'm surprised I don't have the one from Mod Hub in here. I must have forgotten. But there is one on the official Mod Hub. It's called Uni-Hide. Here, I'll put it in the chat. Unihide for universal hydraulic. Oh, see, I'm not a case guy for anything after the case IH merger that isn't one of the designs that was developed pre-merger. Like, I'll use the case axial flow because it's an International Harvester axial flow branded under case due to the case IH merger. First gen. Let me be clear here. First gen axial flows. I'm also somewhat pissed at Case for resurrecting the Farmall name with a somewhat modern tractor and calling it the Farmall C Series, because that just confuses people, since the original Farmall tractors, there was the letter series, which had a Farmall C. Don't reuse stuff, people. Come on, common sense here. I hate Minecraft. Ugh. That is a game I will never play. Well, that's some fun rubber banding from that lag right there that I didn't even see. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. Cheesy block graphics don't do it for me. No. I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. Retro graphics are cool. Cheesy, crappy block graphics, not cool. Yeah, Joe. I get that. Thankfully, Lady Metal's grandson, because I don't have any grandchildren of my own, but thankfully her grandkids, even the ones that are into Minecraft, don't ask me to play with them. They would rather come upstairs and play Farming Simulator with me. They like my setup with the steering wheel and the joysticks, and yeah. Actually, I think their favorite game to play with me is American Truck Simulator. But yeah. Oh, see, Husky, FS is my relaxation game. And when I'm not in the mood for FS, I'm probably playing one of the Hitman games, or ATS, ETS2, Tank Mechanic Simulator, Far Cry. No, Husky, I think I'd have to ban you from my channel if you played Fortnite. Fortnite people are assholes. I have never met a Fortnite player that was nice. They're all jerks. No, you're not. You're capable of acting like an asshole, but you aren't one. That's me as well. You know, Joe, you're not wrong there, which is why Farm Sim is the only game that I play online with anyone other than Lady Metal and Richard. I will not play Far Cry with anyone other than Lady Metal or Richard because they're friends outside of the gaming. And they aren't assholes. Well, they're like the rest of us. They can be an asshole, but they aren't generally one. Yep, Husky, ATS is the same way. If you try to play ATS on World of Trucks mode, it's just a bunch of assholes trying to run you off the road and stuff. You know, Joe, that's around the time that all of the online communities took that same huge shit. We just got paid to steal from another content creator that I'm friends with. That's how he says it. We got paid. Alright. There are no other contracts that we want to do. I just want to do a quick teleport here. Oh, yeah, because we need to come bail our own shit. That works for me. Got my sleeve caught on the steering wheel. I'm wearing long sleeves sweatshirt, and the sleeves are just a little bit loose at the cuff, and I got it caught on the steering wheel. Whoops. Oh well, no accidents, just a little off-road driving, which I'm in a tractor, so yeah, that doesn't really matter. No one wears those in the US unless they're babies. I mean, like a literal baby, a child. But we do like our thermal underwear. Oh, did you get her with the frozen hands, Joe? You got her with the frozen hands. I know it. I know it. Because that's the same shit that I would do to my wife. Uh-huh. You got her with them frozen hands. I love it. Yep. Nope, for me it's my flannel PJs. Flannel PJs, and if it's super cold, the long thermal underwear. Long johns, we call them. Which I'll wear those all day. If I have to be outside, especially. The button bum flap. Yeah, nice. Well, Husky, I pair a t-shirt with my flannel PJ bottoms. And I drop the flannel PJ bottoms on the floor when I get into bed, so it's just t-shirt and underwear for me too. But that's in bed. For just lounging around the house, though. Actually, the past couple of nights it's been cold enough that I've kept the flannel on, which is not at all normal for me. I've also been tempted to put on socks, it's been so cold. And I don't like wearing socks in general, let alone to bed. If you watch any of my videos during the nice weather, I'm always wearing sandals. Not flip-flops, which, I don't know, you might call thongs. Thong is something very different in the U.S. But I know a lot of other countries call flip-flops thongs. But yeah, I wear closed-toe, complete foot sandals, which I love them. My feet need to breathe. Ankle breakers. Yeah, Joe. Or, the long name. I throw my footwear at you because it does not stay on unless I pinch my toes together. You know, that's what I imagine. Translate that into French, and that's what I imagine the French people would call them. You know, sort of based on Monty Python. And I shall taunt you another time, or a second time, whatever the line is. Oh. Okay, yeah, that's the same thing here in the U.S. But in some parts of the world, they call flip-flops thongs, which, no. This is not going to work for me. Do I not have that installed? Oh, no. Leave me alone. I apparently do not have that installed. Well, that's rather unfortunate. But we can just go this, and whoa, this. Okay, cool. And now we teleport back to our tractor. And let's try this again. Oh. You know, I don't think I will ever replace my tractor on this map because everything is so small and tight quarters that it just doesn't make sense to go bigger. As long as we keep the rest of our equipment, within the range of what these tractors can do, which we kind of have to for the same reasons that the map is very tight quarters. Yeah, there's definitely no reason to go bigger. I might replace it as it gets too old, but I won't go bigger. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Before I make that definitive. Yeah, it is the 7S. Okay, yep. I couldn't remember if I'd grabbed the 6S or the 7S all of a sudden. Do 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 do. Yeah, I screwed that up and didn't end up having time to look. Oh, hell. There I go, catching the wrong things again. That time I smacked my knuckle against the button on my steering wheel that turns the tractor on and off. I sure am being clumsy today. Hey, George. George out the jungle. Strong as he can be. George, watch out for that. Boom. Tree. Now you hush up, George. As Lady Metal would say, hush your noise. Oh, it definitely is, Husky. I know it is because Mr. Sealy P reviewed it. And he's a console player. You must have spelled it wrong. Unless, of course, they removed it for some strange reason, which I really doubt. Nope, definitely there. Right there. Proof is in the pudding. And I obviously took way too long doing that. Did that goat just lick that other goat's butt? It certainly looked like it. That is not something I ever expected to see in Farming Simulator. Realistic, though. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. I'm sorry I haven't been checking in on your streams and stuff lately, Chris. I've been working too much when you're streaming. Or I've been streaming myself. Yeah, Joe. Yeah. I mean, at least I'm looking. Lady Metal just got me good. She's up here to hand me a plate full of dinner. Huh?
Give me your bowl. I love you.
Here's the bowl. I love you too. Thank you. So she brought me my plate of dinner, and I didn't know she was standing there. I turned to look at the dogs and make sure they were being good, and there she is, right in my face. Oh, oh, that was good. So dinner tonight is fat man food, for sure. It is. Can I get it over there far enough? I don't know how well that's showing up on camera, but two sausage patties and some fried taters. So y'all are gonna have to listen to me eat. But don't worry, I'll go back to streaming. I just want to take a couple bites first. Very hot. Oh yeah, very hot. Ooh, but delicious. Her fried taters are amazing. Yeah, you can put that on anything with certain types of hitch, Husky, including front hitches, which is the original, very original first mod that was like that, the one that I showed you. That's why it's called front lifter. The next mod was called MF for Massey Ferguson, front hydraulic, and now it's called Unihide. All by different people. So I need like 10 grand. How much do you guys want to donate? It would be for getting real life farming equipment, specifically hay equipment, and leasing a hay field for next year. And I would put content on the channel for it. How much you guys want to donate? Do I not have unload bales early on this? I don't. Shame on me. Thanks, George. You're funny. How about you do that and then donate me the money? All right, what do we have? Wow. Yes, please. Also, yes, please. How the hell did I end up over there? My foot wasn't on the gas. Guess I rolled downhill. Back at ya. Damn it, it was supposed to push me out. Alright, so which one do you guys want to watch? Fertilizing or cultivating? I guess technically I shouldn't ask. I should just do the fertilizing first, since it only has 4 hours. The other one has 7. With each game hour only being 6 minutes. That's not very long. So how many of you guys know the front hitch trailer backing trick? I'm almost certain Joe knows it, just due to what he said about his real life. Obviously I know it from prior real life farming experience. Oh boy, I'm almost out of liquid fertilizer. Alright, better pause then. I need both hands for a minute. One to hold the plate, the other one to cut up the sausage. George, but you could have learned it through the game as well. This is specifically for backing dolly trailers into somewhere. basically, yeah, exactly, George. You attach the dolly to the front of the tractor or pickup. A YouTuber I watch has a front hitch on his pickup for putting trailers away, and he's not even a farmer. Just for he has a really tight yard at his house for moving, for moving any kind of trailer around. Um, it gives you more control and more maneuverability because your steering wheels are right there at the hitch, basically, or very close to it. So if you have a rear steer or all-wheel steering vehicle, you don't need this. But like this tractor only has front-wheel steer, so if I can hook the trailer up to the front of it, I have significantly more control. And farmers have done this since the invention of tractors. Put front hitches on them. You'll see a lot of old farmals, Alice Chalmers, like WCs, WDs, WD45s, old Massey's like the TO 20, 25, 30, 35, the 1X5 series, so 135 through 195. You'll see a lot of those kind of tractors. Early Fords, A's, B's, D's. I've never seen one on a G, but that doesn't mean anything. Oops, that was my turn. You'll see a lot of them with front hitches on them for that particular reason. Just a pin and or ball hitch mount. So it's just a mount for a ball hitch that if you take the ball out, you can use a pin hitch on most of them. Exactly, Joe. Exactly. I knew you'd know exactly what I was talking about. Let's go for 2 of them. Now, is it possible to back a dolly trailer without doing that trick? Sure. But it's harder. Why make things hard on yourself? It is a pain in the ass, Joe. Yeah, that's exactly correct. It takes a lot more patience. A lot more. Patience I don't usually have. But for some reason I do when I'm backing up dolly trailers in the game. And I'm using a tractor that I can't hook them to the front of. That wasn't an option when I was growing up. But what was an option was pulling forward quite a ways so that we could get the trailer straight, because if you start with everything straight, it's a hell of a lot easier to back up. Just make very, very small corrections. But man, if I had to back it around the corner or something, there's people that can do it, like these road train drivers in Australia that can back 6 frickin' trailers that are all chained together. They aren't dollies, but that's still a hell of a lot of pivot points. You're welcome. Why did I come back to the farm? I am seriously just wasting all of my time on this contract, aren't I? Well, I'm done with my dinner now, so I'm less distracted. I was already most of the way to the farm when I put the plate down. I'll blame it on that. Alright, here we go. Quick map check. Yes, it is longer this way, not by a lot, but by enough. Alright, Husky. Have a good one. Ah, I love PWM. Shutting the sprayer off when I'm not over the field, or if I'm over a part that's already been fertilized. I should not have bought 2 IBCs. I should have known better. Oh well, I have them against future need now. Whoops. I was a little late on that turn. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. If you set your machinery up correctly. I mean, it can save you quite a bit, actually, even if you don't set your machinery up correctly, as long as you do your soil sampling. Nice thing about this giant spray boom, does not take long to cover a field. Oops, I drifted a little bit. Close that back up. Oh, damn it. Oh, and then there's the anhydrous myth for corn. So many people... damn it. Damn it. Wow. So many people think that you need to fertilize corn with anhydrous or you cannot get a good crop. That is such a load of baloney perpetrated by the fertilizer companies, because people have been growing corn for a long damn time before anhydrous fertilizer was available. Sure it does. But you spread enough manure and the nitrogen level is still the same. Especially good quality manure. I want to say it's chicken manure that has the highest ratio of nitrogen to other components, but don't quote me on that. I've never grown corn. I know rabbit manure is a pretty good fertilizer too, but there's not enough rabbit farming, at least here in the US, to make that a reality. You'd need a lot of rabbits just for one farm's manure needs. Alright, we'll put this away properly this time. Helps if I put the tractor in reverse. And maybe not be 1,000 miles zoomed out. I'm gonna bump. I screwed that up, yep. I wiggled it too close to the baler. Get your wiggle on. But yeah, there's a farmer I know here in Michigan who does not use anhydrous at all. And he has a pretty good corn crop every year. He grows corn, soybeans, and wheat, and does a crop rotation with those. And he does as good as the weather lets him do. That's the limiting factor here. Well, the weather and the wildlife. His corn crop this year got pretty decimated by crows and deer, and he still did okay. He still made a profit, so that's good. They do, Joe. That's how he does it. He doesn't fertilize his corn really at all. He just uses the nitrogen put into the soil from the previous year's soybeans. You are exactly correct. Saves him a ton of money that he then spends on having a contractor come out and spray herbicides, but what do you do? Really? I did not know that. That's a pretty cool idea, Joe. I don't think that would be realistic for a large farm, of course, but for a garden, that's a great idea. Might have to talk to my mom about that one for her garden. When you say pole beans, you do mean green beans, right? The pole variety of green bean versus the bush variety. Kentucky Blue Lake is what I grow. Go figure. It is one of the most common varieties, of course, but I grow the Kentucky Blue Lake bush bean variety, though, which I think is a hybrid of the pole Kentucky Blue Lake and another, just a more generic bush variety, but I don't know that for sure. Man, are they good. I haven't had very good luck in the past with the jades. Of course, I've never tried them here. I haven't tried them in a number of years now. I don't know how long it's been. And then, of course, I haven't even had a garden the last couple of years since my rototiller tractor's down hard. That's all right. Next year I should have that tractor up and running again, and I can have a garden again, because damn do I miss it. What else do you grow, Joe? For me, it's pickling cukes, zucchini, summer squash, a couple different varieties of melons, corn, sweet corn, of course, a couple other kinds of squash, and I'm drawing a blank. There's tomatoes, of course, I grow Parks Whoppers and Roma tomatoes. Parks Whopper is the best sandwich tomato ever. If you're not familiar with them, you need to be. They are a very large, very meaty tomato. They aren't watery like a lot of large tomatoes are, so you can get slices out of them for most of the tomato that cover your entire sandwich. They are the best sandwich tomato ever bred, in my opinion. I learned about them when I used to work at a greenhouse, and I've been growing them ever since. I also grow Sweet Millions, but I don't do those in the garden. I do them in a hanging basket. That's another tomato variety for those not aware. What else do I grow? Jeez, it's been so long since I've had a garden that I can't remember everything that I grow. Broccoli and cauliflower, I grow those. I grow romaine lettuce. Yeah. 10 varieties of tomatoes. Holy cow. Oh yeah, peppers. I grow the same peppers you do. I do not grow beets. I only grow pickling cucumbers. I do grow potatoes. Michigan Reds, which you're calling Pontiac Reds, but they're the same thing. And then the Jumbo Idaho potatoes as well. I don't grow cabbage. I hate cabbage. Ugh. Although I might have to start growing it now because Lady Metal likes cabbage. Yep, I do onions, even though I don't eat onions. I actually grow rainbow seed for my bell peppers, which means that I get reds, yellows, oranges, purples, which you might also call blacks, and then greens are just a red bell pepper that you don't let mature all the way. So I have all of those. Ooh, I should start growing sunflowers. I've never done it, but I love roasted sunflower seeds. I don't like the smell of marigolds, so I don't grow them. They smell like cat piss to me. And growing up with a sister who was a cat freak, and the stench of that litter box all the time because she would never clean it, I just no, I can't do it. I can't do it. I know they also help keep the wildlife out of the garden, but I can't do it. So yeah, I grow most of the same squash as you. I'm not sure what a yellow squash is. I grow acorn squash, butternut squash, and spaghetti squash. Those are the 3 varieties that I grow. Okay, that's what you mean by that. Gotcha. So, yeah, obviously I grow that then too, since I said summer squash earlier, I think. When you say beets, do you mean red beets or sugar beets? I also used to have apple trees. I miss my apple trees. When we get our permanent home, I'm going to have apple trees again. Detroit Reds, okay. Lady Mellow and I don't like red beets, but I might try growing sugar beets to feed the deer. Oh, I also grow carrots. Did you say carrots in your big one there? I don't see carrots, but yeah, I grow carrots as well. No thanks. We don't like any variety of red beets. Nice. It's funny that I grow carrots because I hate cooked carrots, but I absolutely love raw carrots. And raw carrots and cooked carrots are both very good for the dogs too. We feed our dogs quite a few carrots. They each get a minimum of 2 baby carrots a day. I'm getting eyeballs. They haven't moved, but they heard the C word. Yeah, you got a large garden, sir. Way larger than mine. Mine is... I don't know, actually, because it's L-shaped, so I don't know the actual total square footage. 36 plants? I grow 4! I grow about a dozen tomato plants because I make homemade spaghetti sauce. Jeez, oh Pete's, man. I'm guessing you can a lot of this stuff. Yeah, I just asked that and then it appears in the chat before you could have possibly heard it. Smart man. Now my only question is, do you do your own seeds or do you buy seeds? Gotcha. Yeah, the if you want to do your own seeds always, there's a lot more work to it because you gotta prevent cross-pollination of a lot of different species in order to get good seeds. So you gotta tape your females closed and whatnot. Tape, tie, whatever method you use. Or do greenhouses where there's no cross-pollination. Yeah, I was literally just talking about that. Yep. And tomatoes and peppers can cross-pollinate each other as well. I can tell you that I grow the bare minimum of sweet corn, which is 9 plants. Usually, that's all I grow. That's the bare minimum that you need to get a good pollination of sweet corn. I thought cukes could be cross-pollinated with other things too. I know all those different varieties of squash will cross-pollinate. I'm not an expert on saving seeds, so I could just be wrong there, Joe. And I'm alright with that. I'm a man who can admit when he's wrong. Yeah, you should, but the bare minimum is 9. I grow 12 or 16 whenever I have room for it. I don't have room for it here because I don't have a large enough garden area. When I lived downstate in Holland, I would grow 16, but up here, just not enough room. Not enough room with good sunlight. I could make my garden bigger, but a large portion of it wouldn't get sun. Damn! You got sweet corn for years. You guys don't pay much for groceries, do you? You buy meat and that's about it, I'm guessing. Meat, bread, and like milk. It's smart though, because if you absolutely had to, if the world went to shit, you could survive very easily on what you have, what capabilities you have. Nice. Yep, so you get eggs. You had mentioned the chickens in a previous live stream, so I remembered that. My family's always done buff Orpingtons and barred rock for the most part with chickens. Buffs are great egg layers. They hardly ever go dormant and stop laying on you, so 300 plus eggs a year out of each chicken. They're a decent size egg. I mean, they're not jumbos usually, but mediums and larges. Mostly mediums, I think. Yeah. Same reason that we had the varieties that we had when I was growing, because, you know, it's what the family knew. I've never had chickens of my own as an adult. When I move to the country, that will change. Well, of course, you have it different down there, too, because you don't have the harsh winters that we have, which does affect egg laying. Certain varieties do not do well in the frozen white north. They'll stop laying over the entire winter. Yeah, up here they wouldn't slow down, they would quit entirely. Damn, we are running out of time on this contract. I'm gonna have to cheat a little bit and turn the time down. I faffed about too much getting the sprayer set up to go. When I have my own chickens, I will definitely get buffs, but I will probably also try a few other varieties. I need to do some research. What do we have here? Another good fertilizing with a lot of time on it. Yeah, sure. I will probably have buffs for eggs and then get a larger variety in a separate coop for meat chickens. I'll still get eggs out of them, of course, just not the same. Ooh, nice. We've had ducks. I've never had quail. But we had ducks for a while. Just 3 of them, but 3 duck eggs a day. Not bad. Now I'm hungry for a duck egg omelet. Yummy. 2 of those big old duck eggs makes a pretty good omelet. Well, good luck with that, Joe. I presume you mean a wild population? And then you'll hunt for any that you want to eat? Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Why work harder at it if you don't have to? I would like to get a deer farm permit when I have my land and have deer that I raise, because I don't hunt anymore. I don't have the time. I don't have the desire to sit out in the cold, but I do enjoy venison. So if I raise them like cattle, I can still get to eat my venison without the need to go hunting. We'll see, though, because Lady Metal doesn't really care for venison, so she won't eat it. Yeah, but not year-round. And in limited numbers due to how many tags they'll give you. They will not give me enough tags for hunting to have enough venison. The most I could get is 2 buck tags and 1 antlerless. Oh, don't even try that in Michigan anymore. About a quarter of the population has electronic tags in them. And the DNR will come knocking on your door. Oh, we have something. I don't know what it's called, but yes, it's a poaching law, basically. Oh, destruction of property. You mean pest control permits? Yeah, if you have a farm with a minimum amount of acreage, and I don't know what that minimum amount of acreage is. But you still can't kill them out of season. You just get extra permits during hunting season. One cool thing here in Michigan, though, most of our counties have a roadkill list where you can get on the list to get roadkill if it's not too badly damaged. I've been on those lists, and as long as you're available to get out there quickly, the police officer at the scene will write you an out-of-season permit special out of their ticket book, and it's another good way to get venison if you don't hunt. Hi, Bailey. And it's better than leaving all those dead deer on the side of the stinking road like happens most of the time. Obviously, if they get hit center of mass by a semi, they're just a red smear. But, like, if it just runs out and barely gets clipped right in the brain, the whole body is still good. Why let it go to waste rotting on the side of the road? I'm not currently on one of those lists either, because I can't just get up and leave at a moment's notice to go get a deer off the side of the road, unfortunately. Yeah. I don't know if you knew this, Joe, but I used to drive trucks, so yeah. I've never hit one, but I've seen plenty of the results. Wrong way, dingbat. I'm like, why did I turn my wheels that way? Bloop. Alright. That is, however, the end of our stream today, because it is 8:30, which is my normal end time, and I have other things I have to do this evening. So I would like to thank you all for watching, and as always, I will see you on the next one.